footworks. Shot fake, puts up the two, rattles in for two. Needed basket there for Spectres, cut it back to a 9-point ball game. Daniels now, spin, nice. Oh that was pretty to watch.
From that point, your lifestyle changes. You know what I mean? Pretty much, you know, you can be doing drugs or you can be smoking kind of stuff. You can be drinking. You know, you're putting all the efforts to become better. Yeah. And I think one thing about basketball itself is no matter the gift that you have, you also have to have that discipline to be able to keep on going. Yeah. So what happens after that? Did you end up going to different colleges or what happens after that?
First, the biggest thing as a high schooler that you want, what we talked about earlier, is a full ride scholarship.
Right.
That's like the biggest thing to get because one, your school's paid for.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about school, like paying all that money.
Yeah.
Now it's to a point where you got kids making six figures with these NIL deals.
Yeah. Yep.
So now you're making, life-changing money now.
Yeah.
To be able to play in college. So I think the biggest thing, like the first step, if you want to, play professionally or NBA or whatever, first step, college. Because that's where the scouts are looking. That's where, NBA teams are looking. That's where overseas teams are looking. They're looking at what you did in college.
Right.
And they don't really care about anything else before that.
Yeah.
They're going to see who you are as a person, your character.
Yeah.
They're going to talk to your family. They're going to talk to your coaches. They're going to talk to people they know around the neighborhood to see what type of person you are.
Yeah.
They're going to make sure your grades are good. Like, do you have good grades?
Yeah.
If you don't, then there's another route that you're going to have to take.
Yeah.
Which is going to be a longer route.
Yeah.
It's a JUCO route.
Yeah.
And some people have to take it just because their talent was great.
But the grades.
Just weren't adding up. Usually have like a pregame meal. So we'll have pregame meal, eat that, and then my routine was I'll take a nap just to make my mind be rested and just
meditation,
be calm. Cool.
Yeah.
And then I'll wake up and then I'll shower with music on, all the good tunes. I'm dancing, I'm vibing, I'm moving, I'm, imagining how I want the game to go, because you got to see it before it actually happens, in my opinion. So I'll visualize everything, like where I think I'm going to get shots at, and I'll go from there. And then we get to the gym. I'll put on my stuff, my warm up gear, do some shoot around, get some shots up, look around the stadium, and just imagine the fans there. You just lock in and have the music in, and we go all in the locker room. Coach talks to us. We go out, and the crowd is going crazy. I mean, I remember one game. It was in Arizona.
Now we have our editor. It's called Nino. He's also playing soccer, but he's playing soccer in Chicago. Also on a full ride scholarship. But now the problem is, for him, he doesn't shower before the game. He doesn't shower. Yeah, but he's the captain of the team. You know that? Big up Nino. Big up, Chicago State University captain. Yeah, but he doesn't shower before the game.
Yeah.
Does he ball though? Does he play good?
Yeah,
he plays good.
He's the captain, so I guess he should be able to play good. Yeah.
Hey, you don't need a shower.
You don't need a shower, Keep thinking, huh? What's up, everybody? Welcome to WAdas Podcast. I go by the name Freddy and Keke.
My name is Keke Roy.
Keke Roy speaking.
Tunajiwachilia.
Yes, sir. Welcome again. Today we're just gonna go ahead into it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's gonna be a different podcast, different version of all the way we do things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So today we are just adjusting our accent a little bit. You know what I mean?
I know.
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna play my best. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You want some water?
Yeah, I'm going to produce my ancestors,
Yeah. All right. We're just going to go straight into it. Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time ever, introducing to you, Vionte.
The first 6-footer in the building.
Yes, what's up, bro? Come on in. What's good, bro?
What's
Yeah.
Yes. Am I this short? Am I your tall?
Yeah. Yes, sir. Welcome, bro.
Hey, man.
Yeah. We're doing great, bro.
Yeah.
I tell you what, man, we're making a record tonight because you're the first actually American to be on our first podcast right here, man.
Hey,
Yeah.
the calendar out.
Yeah. The date, bro.
Vionte, man.
Yeah, Vionte.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, when things work out, bro, don't forget about us, bro.
I'll come back when you guys are at a million.
When you're gonna play in the NBA, don't forget about us, man. The front row seat is for us.
Yeah.
I'll make sure you guys get front.
Thank you.
Spike Lee right there.
Yeah.
You know, with all the celebrities.
Near the
Yeah.
bench. Thank you.
Yeah. As they say, you know, don't give us them like us. You know what I mean? We are like you right now. You know what I mean? Yeah. So welcome, bro. Yeah. Welcome. And one thing about this session is going to be different because we have a lot of diversity, you know what I mean? We have a lot of youths that actually came from Kenya and they actually just adjust into the culture here. So you will be, I hope by the end of this is going to be inspirational. You're going to be able to trigger some talent that's outside there, you know what I mean? Yeah. So let's go straight into it. Please do a little bit introduction about yourself, just a little bit.
Well, my name is Vionte Daniels. From Washington. Seattle, Washington. I was born and raised in Seattle, Washington. Grew up in Federal Way.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Fed, man. I guess you could say I played professional basketball. Yeah. Been playing basketball since I was a kid.
Yeah.
We'll get into that.
Yeah.
But like playing video games.
Yeah.
Like going on hikes. Like the scenery.
Yeah.
Love being around my friends and just hanging out. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's a proper introduction right there. You know what I mean?
So
you've
talked about basketball. Did you grow up playing it, or somebody inspired you, or what happened, or was it by accident that you found yourself in basketball?
Well, I think my dad liked watching the NBA. So I was 4 years old, and I saw Kobe Bryant playing. He had an afro. He was playing with. I know I seen Shaq. I remember him.
R.I.P. Kobe. R.I.P. Kobe.
R.I.P. man. But Kobe has been my inspiration from the get-go. And, you know, I wanted to be just like him when I was young. And that was really what inspired me to pick the ball up. Now, obviously, I didn't know at 4 years old if I was going to be good. Yeah. But it was a start, though.
So was your father a Sonics fan, or was he a fan of another NBA team franchise?
I was a diehard Kobe fan. He was on the Lakers, so I was a diehard Laker fan. That's just kind of how I was. I did go to some Sonics games. And obviously, when I went, I'm rooting for them. But
so you saw Durant play for the Sonics?
Until they got snatched from us. Got taken away. That would have been cool, you know, in front of your family, friends. And, you know, representing your state, that would have been dope. But unfortunately, they are now the Oklahoma City Thunder. They got
They snatched it from them. Freddy?
Yeah. So back to you, man. So basketball. You know, we live in a country whereby U.S. you know has a lot of sports. So how did you find yourself? You know, at 4 years age, how did you find yourself choosing basketball besides any other sports? You know what I mean?
Well, like you said, there's a lot of sports you can do here. In America. I feel like what resonated with me with basketball was how quickly I picked up on things. And so it wasn't necessarily really like it was a pretty easy choice for me. Just how quickly I picked up on the skill and just how, you know, people started telling me, "Oh man, you're good. You're good at a young age." And so for me, my situation was kind of unique because I got good really fast. And so some kids, it takes a lot of time for them to learn the skill, you know, get better, you know. They're going to have their ups and downs. But for me, it was like a natural, just like a natural gift, a natural talent that I had that I didn't know until I was out on the court. And now people are telling me, "Oh, man, you're so good. Keep playing. Like, keep going. Like, whatever you do, like, keep going."
Keep going,
That's kind of how it started for me. But you know, I would say the same thing. Like, whatever sport you do, go all in. If you're gonna make the investment, if you're gonna really want to like this to be your career, or
Yeah.
Like maybe not as a young kid, but as you're starting to become a teenager,
yeah,
really take it serious, because that's where you see some kids, they go this way, do other things, but then some kids stay with their sport.
Now, I understand that your distant cousin, Thomas Howard, he played in the NFL for the Bengals and for the Falcons.
Yeah.
So are you from an athletic family background, or is it only you? And you also have a sister called Nia. Is she into sports, or is she's into other disciplines?
Well, yeah, my sister, she was never the sport. She got tired of.
Is she your fan? Is she your fan?
Yeah, she's my fan. Sure. But she got tired of coming to all my games as a young kid. She's like 7-8 years younger than me. So my dad would have to take her to the games, and she got sick of it. She did try volleyball, but she's more arts and crafts. She's graphic design, and she's more like Disney Pixar sort of animation. But as you talked about my cousin Thomas Howard, me and him are probably the only people in our family to play sports past
you and the cousin, eh?
Yeah, and my cousin. So I wouldn't say our family's athletic. We do like watching sports, but I would say me and him are pretty special when it comes to our family. So
from Federal Way High School, were you drafted into college, or did you just go for a normal course, or was it under scholarship, athletic scholarship?
So yeah, it was a full ride scholarship. No expenses for college.
Which college is that? Which college is that?
Washington State University.
The Huskies or the Cougars?
Cougars. So you guys know Klay Thompson?
Klay Thompson, I do know.
He went to that same school.
Yeah. Wow.
So he went to that same school.
He plays for the Dallas nowadays, eh?
Yeah, he played for the Mavericks.
Yeah.
It's not looking really good for him right now, but
yeah.
That's where I went. But we played at the same college.
Okay. What about Richie, our director? Was it in the same school as you?
For what?
Richie.
Yeah. We went to the same high school.
Did he play any sport, or he was just in drama club?
Rich played. He played basketball.
Basketball?
He played in football. You guys call it football?
Yeah, soccer.
Soccer.
Yeah.
He played soccer.
Richie got some footwork, man.
Yeah.
Are you for real?
Don't let him
Cap.
Freddy.
Stop playing with me. They say Richie can kick the ball with one leg. One-legged man. We call him that. Vionte, I'm going back to you. You know what I mean? So based on your history, you said your cousin was playing, but I'm just gonna ask a question. As a parent, most of our parents have the tendency to take their kids to different sports. Did you, by any chance, try different sports and then you decided, I think this is it, or did your parents push you to just stick to basketball?
Well, my parents wanted me to try everything.
Yeah.
I think my mom really wanted me to play soccer.
Yeah.
I was actually pretty decent at soccer.
Yeah.
I did track and field. I did football.
Yeah.
Tried wrestling for a couple of months, but that didn't last long.
Yeah.
But yeah, it all came down to I had invested so much time in the basketball. In before middle school.
Yeah.
It was like, well, if you put all that time into it, why not try and see how far you can take it?
Yeah.
And my parents never tried to push me. They never tried to, get me to do certain things. I was always self-motivated.
Yeah.
So trainings, practice, workouts, whatever it was, they didn't have to push me.
Yeah.
I pushed myself. I got up. I did it all. So and they just kind of just been there supporting me along the way.
Okay. Yeah. So at 4 years of age, you go to middle school and those kind of stuff. Did at some point when you just sat down and recognize maybe your talent is a little bit different than most of the kids, and at what point did you know, I think I'm gonna go for it and become a pro on this one?
It all started probably because I really wasn't looking at high school basketball.
Yeah.
I looked at college basketball a little bit.
Yeah.
But I was really focused on the NBA. Seeing, how just life changing wealth they have and all of that. And me, I've always been a family guy. I want to take care of my family.
Right.
Make sure everybody's good, bills paid for. So every time I watched the NBA, that's all I really thought about was making sure my family was good.
Yeah.
But I would say the point was when my first year of high school, freshman year of high school.
Yeah.
my high school coach then, Coach Collins, he took me to the side and he was like, "Son, we're gonna make you D1.
Yeah,
we're gonna make you D1.
Yeah,
and whatever you do at D1, that's gonna catapult you into playing professionally,
to be drafted, huh?
Now, or overseas.
Yeah.
Now you are also good in poetry. Do you still pursue it, or at a certain point you dropped it?
I haven't wrote poetry in a while, man. It's been years, but poetry was definitely something that I had a passion for.
Yeah.
Probably in high school. And I remember in college, my teammate he had a project and he needed to do a YouTube.
Come
YouTube
on,
film with
a project or a love letter.
You're right. It could have been a love letter. It could have been a love letter.
Yeah.
But it was actually for his school project. He had to do a YouTube thing.
Yeah.
And I just did a little something. It wasn't much, but he ended up getting an A+ on the thing.
Yeah.
So on the grade. So I felt good about that.
Yeah. Yeah.
You got an A+. I don't really do this much, but here you go, man.
Yeah.
So you dropped Shakespeare for Kobe.
I dropped it all, man.
Putting on these hoops right here, you know what I mean? Yeah. So coach told you, I think you can make it, all right? So from that point, your lifestyle changes. You know what I mean? Pretty much, you can't be doing drugs or you can't be smoking kind of stuff. You can't be drinking. You're putting all the efforts to become better. Yeah. And I think one thing about basketball itself is no matter the gift that you have, you also have to have that discipline to be able to keep on going. Yeah. So what happens after that? Did you end up going to different colleges, or what happens after that?
First, the biggest thing as a high schooler that you want, what we talked about earlier, is a full ride scholarship.
Right.
That's the biggest thing to get, because one, your school's paid for.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about school, paying all that money.
Yeah.
Now it's to a point where you got kids making six figures with these NIL deals.
Yeah. Yep.
So now you're making, life-changing money now.
Yeah.
To be able to play in college. So I think the biggest thing, the first step, if you want to, play professionally or NBA or whatever, first step, college. Because that's where the scouts are looking. That's where, NBA teams are looking. That's where overseas teams are looking. They're looking at what you did in college.
Right.
And they don't really care about anything else before that.
Yeah.
They're going to see who you are as a person, your character.
Yeah.
They're going to talk to your family. They're going to talk to your coaches. They're going to talk to people they know around the neighborhood to see what type of person you are.
Yeah.
They're going to make sure your grades are good. Do you have good grades?
Yeah.
If you don't,
then
there's another route that you're going to have to take,
which
is going to be a longer route.
Yeah.
It's a JUCO route.
Yeah.
Some people have to take it just because their talent was great.
But the grades.
Just weren't adding up.
Yeah.
So,
the grades or the character.
Or the character.
Yeah.
So for these college coaches, they're looking at your character, who you are as a person. If we tell you to be here at this time, are you going to be here? Do we have to worry about you lying to us? All these things. Then the second thing is your grades. Can we trust you in the classroom? Can we trust you, making sure you're handling your business,
right?
Off the court. And then last, now we get to talk about your skill.
Yeah.
Now we get to talk about what you can do on the court. If you're not even scratching the first two, they're going to check your name off. Yeah. On to the next one.
Pretty much what happens in soccer. Your off-field habits determine your on-field performance.
Yes.
So if you are not disciplined off-field, you cannot perform on-field too.
Yeah.
You might be the best talent in the world, but if your character off-field is bad, you are 80% good off-field than you are on-field.
Nobody wants a bad teammate.
Yeah.
Nobody wants a bad locker.
Because of the energy.
Yeah. It just messes everything up.
I also think for the branding as well, you know what I mean? So if you sign up for a team, you're also representing that brand as well, you know what I mean? They want to be in a position whereby your discipline can also represent the brand itself, okay? Yeah. So when you got to college, tell us what's the process after that?
Sheesh, man. College, man, it's you got to be prepared for your world to change because, you go from high school, kind of having a little bit of, free time to, you'll have a lot of time to yourself.
Yeah.
To now, when you get to college, it's you got to be here at this time, you got to be there at this time. Weights at 6 a.m. Then after weights, you got class. Let's say you have like 1 or 2 classes in the morning.
Yeah.
After class, lunch. After lunch, study hall. After study hall, practice.
Yeah.
After practice, tutoring. So like these are your days, Monday through Friday.
Wow.
So you get no time really to yourself. It's really a 9, maybe a 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. job. Yeah. Monday through Friday, doing schoolwork and practice and weights. So it's a lot that you have to handle. Yeah. A lot that when I first got there, I was homesick because I wasn't used to the workload. Yeah. Because the workload is just you're not used to it. It's your first year, especially, if you're not working as hard as you like, it's gonna make you understand you're not working that hard. Right. Like there's some players that are training 2-3 times a day. Yeah. And then when you get to college, it's like, oh, this is what the work is. Yeah. Like, this is different. Plus, you got the school. Yeah. School stuff. You got to stay on top of school. Yeah. And then of course, this is your first time outside of home. Yeah. You want to have a little social life. You want to, get to know people. You want to be able to, hang out. Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot, man. Yeah.
So I'm curious, how did you handle the new status? Now you're now in college. You're now a superstar in the college circle, and the attention that you get maybe from the opposite sex, and now juggling between class and the field. How do you manage to juggle that and to manage that? Because sometimes maybe on the slow days, you're like, I'm damn tired. I've been having so much projects in class. Yeah. I don't think I'll make it for the training sessions. Yeah. But now, if you don't go for training, you won't get the full ride scholarship. So how do you manage it to balance the three: the attention, the classwork, and the field work?
It's really all about time management. I would say that's really the biggest thing, because if you can manage your time, you'll be able to do anything. Now, if you're just doing things all like just sporadically and not really knowing, what's next, then that's when everything's gonna get jam-packed. So how I handled it was handle the classroom stuff first. That's the business stuff. Like, that's the stuff that's probably gonna give me a headache like throughout the week. Like, first things first, handle the classroom stuff, making sure all my assignments are done, making sure, if I got any tests that I need to study on, making sure I'm doing those like in increments, so it's not too much on my mental throughout the week. As far as the attention, like I've been a humble guy like all my life, and so I don't really look at attention like that. I just say, if it comes, hey, thank you. Like,
hold on, Richie confirmed that. Richie, is it true? Okay, go ahead.
Richie said it's true. Yeah. He said it's true. So very check.
He knows, man. He knows. I'm a humble guy. I'm not cocky. I'm not. I don't really be trying to do too much for the attention. I'd rather just be in the back, low key. Yeah, that's just my personality. Then what was the other thing you talked about?
I was talking about juggling between classroom, the social life, social circle, and the field affairs.
And then
tournaments, missing classes.
Then with basketball and training, I think you were probably talking about that. So it was school first, and then it was training next. So like, pretty much how our college was set up, the thing is you want to get things done early. So we had weights at like 6 a.m. Yeah. That's early in the morning. It hurts when you got to wake up at 5 a.m. It hurts. Hear the alarm, you just want to go back to sleep. Yeah. Right. But then, once you get up and you realize, oh, okay, we just got that out the way. You're done with weights. And then you got class. You'll be done with class by 12. So I get all my stuff done during study hall. Okay. So that's about an hour and a half-ish. And then after study hall, it's back to basketball, back to workouts, so you kind of want to balance both. Like, you don't want to do one thing more than the other. Obviously, the basketball is the reason why you got the full ride scholarship. But you don't want to lose the full ride scholarship because your grades are slipping. So you if you don't know how to juggle it, you gotta ask people that's been there. So it's gonna save you time. So they'll give you tips and pointers on what you need to do to save you time. Yeah. So I was always asking questions to my teammates, my older teammates, like, what do I need to do? Or how do I do this? So that's why I would always take 15-minute naps.
Trust you me, my G, Freddy, wouldn't have managed that.
No.
He's very disorganized. I'm telling you. He's my G. I'm telling you.
This guy, man. Bro, you tripping, bro. Anyways. Yeah. Bro, I'm going to tell you this, man. First of all, I'm giving you all the credits, because at the end of the day, we live in a country. I'll just use a little bit of just an example. You know what I mean? Like Brazil. Yeah. In Brazil, it's known for soccer. Yeah. So everybody knows at some point they want to play for the national team. Yeah. Now, when we come back to America, when it comes to basketball, it's a big deal because we've won all the Olympics almost. I think we're leading on, winning the Olympics. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So at least majority of the kids want to make it. You just getting that full ride scholarship, man. Big up yourself, man. Big up yourself. So let me ask you, when you were in high school, you know what I mean? Were you a star? Were you like, V's playing, I gotta watch that game. Were you a star in high school?
I didn't become.
I know you're humble. Hold on. I know you're humble. Just I know you already told us already.
Just be humble.
Sit down.
There he goes.
I know you're humble, bro. Were you a star? You know what I mean?
Man, I would say my senior year of high school.
Yeah.
That's when probably my entire life changed as far as
the big shit.
Yeah.
It was a lot, man. I think it was a buildup of just the preparation that I was doing in the years prior.
Yeah.
There were some times when I was younger at middle school, I was the only person that showed up to AAU practice.
Yeah.
So it was just me and the coach. There was many times where that happened. So I think seeing my senior year was just a culmination of everything coming together.
Yeah.
And so we ended up winning state championship.
Wow.
Yeah. 4A.
Yeah.
I ended up being like player of the year.
Yeah.
Washington State.
Big up, man.
Big up, bro. Big up, bro.
Hey, so we call it MVP, huh? It was different, huh?
Yeah, it was a crazy year. Year. Richard was there.
Yeah.
AMAC was there as well. They remember that year.
Rich was there?
AMAC.
AMAC
was there too. Yeah.
Rich?
Yeah, he saw.
Pretty sure he was finals MVP too, by the way.
He was the manager, man.
He was the finals
cheerleader, you say?
I don't know about all that.
I can't. He wanted us to win, but I can't call him cheerleader.
Yep. Roy, the cheerleaders is different. When you say cheerleaders, man, in America they got them girls doing all the thing, man.
I want to know that from him.
Okay. So V, so now you went to college.
Yeah.
I know you're humble. You know what I mean? At some point, did you recognize all these efforts? Because everybody in college right now, everybody's getting all that full ride scholarship. Everybody knows I have to do this to become better. So now I'm actually competing against everybody because I want to be the top of the top, unlike high school. You know what I mean? Yeah. So now you're in college. Did you at some point when you got there, this is a star, MVP from, now in this, did you at some point become a fast, how do you call it? Is it fast player on the team, or how do you call it on your side?
Fast player or
no, like fast. Is it fast 11?
Starting team, fast 5.
Starting team.
Fast 5.
Yeah, I'm trying to use it on soccer, man. Yeah. Were you a first? Were you in the fast team or?
So my first 2 years in college, that's when reality set in. For a lot of kids like that don't really understand about basketball or anything like that.
Yeah.
The level that I was playing at was pretty high.
Yeah.
And so I didn't really get comfortable playing at the level until probably my third year.
Yeah.
That was probably my best season, which I was on starting 5 my junior and senior year. But freshman and sophomore year, man, that was a reality check. You're playing NBA guys every night on other teams. You're seeing you're really seeing the difference between okay, I'm here and they're here. They're up here. So, my first 2 seasons, reality check set in. I was like, okay, there's a lot I need to get better at. A lot that I need to do to like get myself on the court and be successful. But that didn't. It took a while. It took a couple years for me to get adjusted.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Freddy, if you allow me, before we go pro, how do you prepare for a big game like now, Askis against the Cougars, or even a final match that determines who is the champions? Yeah. So how is like your normal day on that big day? Do you go to class or do you just stay at home prepare for the big day, or what happens in the school program around the basketball match?
I think it depends on the day of the game. If it's on an actual school day, I will go to class. I think just getting out, walking around is good for your body. You don't want to lay down all day. Depending on, it's probably going to be a late game, so probably like 7, maybe 6. So we usually have like a pregame meal. So we'll have pregame meal, eat that, and then my routine was I'll take a nap just to make my mind be rested and just
meditation,
be calm. Cool.
Yeah.
And then I'll wake up and then I'll shower with music on, all the good tunes. I'm dancing, I'm vibing, I'm moving, I'm, imagining how I want the game to go, because, you got to see it before it actually happens, in my opinion. So I'll visualize everything, like where I think I'm going to get shots at.
Yeah.
And, I'll go from there, and then we get to the gym. I'll put on my stuff, my warm-up gear, do some shoot around, get some shots up, look around the stadium and, just imagine the fans there.
Yeah.
And, you just lock in and have the music in, and we go all in the locker room. Coach talks to us. We go out, and, the crowd is going crazy. I mean, I remember one game. Yeah. It was in Arizona.
Now we have our editor. It's called Nino. He's also playing soccer, but he's playing soccer in Chicago. Also on a full ride scholarship. Yeah. But now the problem is, for him, he doesn't shower before the game. He doesn't shower.
He doesn't shower?
Yeah, but he's the captain of the team. You know that? Big up Nino. Big up, Chicago State University captain. Yeah, but he doesn't shower before the game.
Yeah.
Does he ball though? Does he play good?
Yeah,
he plays good.
He's the captain, so I guess he should be able to play good. Yeah.
Hey, you don't need a shower.
You don't need a shower, Keeps thinking, huh? Hey, tell us about the story about Arizona. I don't want to miss that. You said,
So we're playing in Arizona. It's probably 16,000 fans.
Whoa.
And
full arena.
Sold out crowd.
Ooh. Yeah.
And, you don't really understand, like, how loud it is until, let's say, the other team makes a big play or a dunk or alley-oop or something like that.
Yeah.
Everybody in the crowd's going crazy.
Yeah.
So that ended up happening. They got like a steal or something. Somebody dunked it. Everybody screaming, yelling.
Yeah.
We're sitting. Let's say we're all in the game.
Yeah.
We're right by each other.
Yeah.
Like this.
Yeah.
I could be talking to you like this. You won't be able to hear me.
Yeah.
Whoa.
That's how loud it was in the entire arena. I'm talking to you like this.
Yeah.
Y'all wouldn't even be able to hear anything.
Yeah.
So it's to that point where a coach has to call timeout just so the crowd can calm down.
Oh. Game management.
Loud. It brings so much momentum, so much energy for their team.
Yeah.
You gotta call timeout so they can at least chill out.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So you said you started playing after your third year, you said?
Fourth
year.
Yeah.
So I believe at some point people give up because, you got 5 freshmen, you got all these first year, playing. So what kept you going? Did you have any teammates that gave up? They decided, I don't think this is for me because now this is different.
Yeah.
You got the big boys, you know what I mean? People are coming after you. People are looking at their life. They put all they can into this.
Yeah.
So did you have people that gave up on what kept you going?
When you get to that level, you got to be really dedicated.
Yeah.
Like a certain level of dedication, just because, like I said before, about the workload. The workload's already a lot. So if you're just getting through the workload, then I think you're pretty dedicated to being at that level. I didn't personally experience anybody quitting or giving up.
Yeah.
I seen people transfer schools and give up on the coach and be like, I don't want to be coached by you anymore. But to just give up the whole entire full ride scholarship, I think like everybody all my teammates knew how important it was to have that. Yeah. And so giving up would just, your family look at you like, why would you? Yeah. If you gave up that.
What else do you want? Yeah.
Yeah. Like you just got a free education. There's people and kids that wish they could have that.
But it's mental though.
It is very mental.
Yeah. That peace of mind. Yeah.
Yeah. It is. And so to know that you don't have to worry about, your classes or books or, all these other fees that are, with college that they don't tell you about. Yeah. To know that's all paid for, it is definitely a peace of mind. Yeah. So, quitting was never an option for me. I would always tell myself I made it too far to quit.
You made it too far.
I made it too far.
V, hold on. Look at that camera. Over there, that camera right there, please.
This one right here.
What do you tell somebody that's actually athlete, you know what I mean, and they're looking about making it? What would you tell them?
I would say never give up on your dreams, man. No matter what the circumstances, don't give up on your dreams because you don't want to get old, 50, 60 years old, and look back on your life and be like, I shoulda, I woulda, I shoulda did this, I shoulda did that. Yeah. And now you don't have the opportunity to do it because your time has passed. Yeah. So you want to take advantage of everything you have right now, all the tools, the technology. Technology is crazy right now. AI is crazy. It can help you with scheduling. It can help you with so much things that I wish I would have AI when I was in college. That would help me out with a lot, just my schedule and everything. So the biggest thing is to believe in yourself. Yeah. Put the work in, because if you're not going to put the work in, what's the point? And, trust that the work that you are putting in is going to pay dividends for you. Yep.
Can you now flip the page to maybe to go to pro? Yeah. Now, how did you turn into pro? What happened? And in all your stories from childhood till now that you're now going to pro, I've not heard you talk about maybe your spiritual life. Maybe are you close to God? Do you believe in God? And you've talked about maybe listening to music before as a pregame. Mm-hmm. What songs do you listen to? Are they gospel song? Are they hip hop song? Are they motivational song? Are they podcasts? What are you listening to before the game? Yeah.
Before the game, it's a mixture of a lot. It's definitely some gospel in there for sure. Mm-hmm. That's probably right, like before I get in the shower, just because I do believe in God, and I feel like without Him, I wouldn't have none of the opportunities that I've had. So I give Him the praise and honor for all of that. Wow. And then there is some motivational stuff in there as well. Eric Thomas, I don't know if you guys know Eric Thomas. He's a motivational speaker. Mm-hmm. He was the guy that said, I forgot what he said. Maybe he is something as along the lines of something, if you can't breathe, or I just forgot what he said.
It's going to come up.
He's a big motivational speaker. Mm-hmm. So I'll play him as well. And he has an actual basketball motivational one that he talks specifically to basketball players. And then they've got NBA highlights on it. So I just let that play as well. And then for them, when I'm starting to get ready for the game, you got your Future, you got your Drake, you got your Lil Wayne, you got all these guys that play up-tempo music, and that really locked me in to go out and perform. So
Super Bowl, you are the organizer. Would you bring Lil Wayne or Kendrick Lamar?
I don't bring a Lil Wayne. He's from New Orleans. I get it. They wanted Kendrick to play the Drake stuff. I Like Us and all of that. Lil Wayne, he's the pioneer of the rap game, man. So it's like, this is his city. Yeah. Like, come on, man. Why not give it to him, Jay-Z?
So you love lollipops, yeah?
Yeah, I love hip hop, man.
Lollipops.
Oh, lollipops.
That's talking about, man. So through this discipline, how was your relationship wise when it came maybe to a girlfriend, those kind of stuff? Did you just say, now I'm focused on my career, I don't want any distraction? How was it?
I mean, for for this, it was when I was in high school, had a girlfriend. She understood because she was an athlete as well.
Yeah.
So that kind of matched up pretty well. College, she understood too.
Yeah.
I had a girlfriend in college. She understood just the workload that we had.
Yeah.
She played basketball as well. So, I mean, that's what I kind of go for anyway.
Yeah.
Like somebody with a sport background so that they could actually understand, like...
Yeah, when you're tired, you're tired. Yeah.
I'm tired, I had practice, I had, you know, this and that, like... It's a lot I had going on. Yeah. So it would be hard for me to be with somebody who didn't understand that because this has been my lifestyle, you know what I mean? So as far as the relationship stuff goes, now I would say it's even harder. Yeah. Just because I travel from country to country, I'm not really stable in any country for more than like 6 months. Yeah. So it's even more hard because of like I'm traveling and
you're traveling.
I'm gone all the time, you know. So.
Yeah. So for now, you know, you're just focused on your life. You're trying to be better. You're trying to find a career. So now you're done with college. What happens after that? Did you make it to the NBA or what happens?
So what happened with after college, you can put your name into, I think at the time, you can put your name into the draft.
The draft, okay.
So anybody eligible or they can put their name into the draft. Mm-hmm. Now, as far as that goes, NBA teams they will see if they're not already looking at you. Yeah. Like if you haven't already made a mark or, you know, anything like noise as far as like on their radar. Yeah. And unfortunately for me, my last year of college, I ended up getting in a car accident.
Oh, sorry,
so
man.
I had a concussion. And then, but 2 months before that, I had got a concussion in practice. So after this second concussion, the doctors came in and they're like, "Listen, man, we think you should not play the rest of the year." We had about 10 games left. Yeah. The game before that happened, the car accident happened, I was actually starting to play really well. Yeah. And then the car accident happened, and then everything just went downhill.
And this is your last year. You're pretty much on the first five, huh?
The senior year.
This is the final finale. This is it. So I didn't even get to have a senior night. Yeah. I didn't get to play in senior night. I missed the last 10 games. So those last 10 games could have been real pivotal for me. Yeah. You know, as far as the draft and all of that stuff goes. Yeah. So unfortunately, I didn't get drafted. That did suck. But, you know, there's always other options. Yeah. It's never, the dream isn't over. It's not dead. It's not done. Yeah. It's just, how I see it is just another route.
That's another route.
So, you know, then I ended up getting an agent. And with these agents out here, you don't know if they're going to be truthful, honest. You don't know. You know, there's a lot of agents that are just
credibility.
They're all about the money, and it's really hard to try and decipher. Yeah. What agent you should go to, and so that was what happened with me. I ended up getting an agent, signed a contract. Yeah. And then he ended up ghosting me.
So how do you get an agent? Do you call or do you go online or?
Sometimes they reach out to you. He reached out to me on Instagram and was like, "Yo, we got on the phone. We chopped it up for a bit." Yeah. I didn't sign anything until he spoke with my parents. Yeah. He spoke to my parents. They felt pretty comfortable with him. Yeah. And then all of a sudden, buddy disappeared.
He's nowhere to be found.
I hope he didn't pay you no money.
Didn't pay no money, no nothing.
Yeah. Now, for someone like me from Africa, please, would you take me through the drafting process? What happened during the draft and to make you be eligible for the drafts?
So, how the drafting process works is, and I wish we had my boy Jaden, who's actually in the NBA right now.
Wow. Wow. Big up Jaden, man.
Yeah.
He plays for?
He plays for the Minnesota Timberwolves.
He's coming.
J-Mac, bro. Shout out to you.
Okay.
Right. But how it works is, you know, you'll work out for teams, NBA teams. They'll see, you know, I don't know as far as what else they do, probably personnel profile, character stuff, all of that. Probably ask you questions. You got to go through physicals and You got to go through a whole lot of stuff just for them to even be like, well, we'll pay you. Because you got to think, man, NBA players are making generational money.
Money.
Yeah.
They're making generational money.
Mm-hmm.
So, GMs are going to do all they can to see, like, are you worth giving 10, 15, 20?
Yeah.
And now guys are making like $30 million a year. Yeah. Oh, like, are you worth that? Yeah. So they're going to do their background check. They're going to do their due diligence to see, like, Yeah. And come to find out, the NBA they know a lot more than you think they do. They got FBI agents. They got CIA agents. They can find out all. All the background. They can find it all out. Mm-hmm. We're giving you $100 million. I would want to find all that out too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
The drafting process is a lot.
Yeah.
I wish I had went through it to experience it, just to be able to, tell people exactly how it is. But I only know people who have experience.
No worries. Thanks for the heads up. So how did you end up playing pro maybe in Europe?
So how that happened was, it's a long story. I'll make it short though.
Summarize.
I'll summarize it. So after the agent thing happened, I ended up. There was a team that wanted me in Australia. So my mom, she was like, "Well, what are you gonna do? What's gonna happen? Like, you don't have an agent." She's like, "Well, why don't you hit up the team that hit you up in Australia? Just see what they say." Hit them up, and they were looking for somebody, but that fell through, and I was their first option. So I ended up taking that.
How did they find out about you? I don't want to miss on this. How did they find out about you?
They contacted my college.
Yeah.
But they saw my highlights on YouTube.
Okay.
So they saw my highlights on YouTube. They liked what they saw, and then so that's another thing. Make sure you post your highlights.
Yeah.
All right. Like, make sure you put your highlights on YouTube or wherever, just because you want to have the exposure for people to see you.
On the same note, share your YouTube channel. Share it.
Say what?
Share your YouTube channel so that they can follow you and maybe watch you.
Oh, YouTube? I don't got IG.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you can follow me on Instagram, Daniels24. I don't got TikTok. I don't got YouTube. Yeah. I've been told I should start, but you know what I mean.
Snapchat?
V Daniels. V Daniels24.
Okay, go on.
Make sure you do the highlight tape. So they saw the highlight tape, whatever. So then I got over there to Australia.
Yeah.
COVID hits.
Oh, shit.
So I was already over there when COVID hit. So that's when life kind of changed. So as soon as you sign the contract to play anywhere in a different country, like, you're basically considered professional basketball.
Yeah.
Because they're paying you.
Yeah, you're earning off it.
You're earning money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So this is what you get paid to do. So I stayed in Australia for 3 years. I ended up changing 3 different teams. And that led me to play in Europe. And Europe is probably, outside of America, Europe is probably one of the biggest countries for basketball too, even though probably soccer is more popular. As we know. Basketball is definitely starting to move up. You got Victor Wembanyama, 7 whatever. He's tall. You got Luka.
You have Luka Sabia.
He's from Europe. You got the Joker.
Yeah, from Sabia.
Yeah. You got Giannis.
Giannis, yep.
Giannis. So you got a lot of different faces for.
We have Embiid from Africa. Cameroon.
But we're talking about Europe.
South Sudan.
Embiid, South Sudan is an emerging country too.
Yeah.
And you have Mavo, though he didn't make it, but it's from Africa. But he didn't make it. Go ahead.
So you're in Europe now, huh?
Europe, man. Europe, boy. Europe is a different beast, man. It's the language barrier.
Yeah.
You got so many different languages over there.
Yeah.
So many different, just things that are different compared to America.
Yeah.
I go by V.
Yeah.
Right? In Lithuania. So my last country that I was in just now, like a couple months ago, was Lithuania.
Right? So
yeah. My nickname is V.
V.
They call me We.
Sorry, bro. We.
Yeah. I'm like, man. Man. We. V, man. So just the pronunciation on things. Just the way they do things, man.
What about food?
Really
Food.
Food. I did a lot of cooking over there. I didn't really have any traditional meals.
Okay.
Over there, but the food is a lot more healthier.
Weather-wise?
Weather, it was snow. It was cold.
It was snowing?
It was snowing. It was cold.
But now basketball is an indoor game. But
you gotta go outside at some point.
Yeah.
You gotta go to the grocery store.
You gotta drive to the game too.
Get to the game. Listen, man, it's cold, man. It's cold over there. It's more warmer probably in Spain and Italy and Greece. That's where the warmer kind of places are in Europe are. So
because you are now a pro, you are being paid. Do they pay as much as in the NBA, or is it close to NBA, or how is it? Don't quote them the amount, but just estimate and maybe compare.
It's definitely not comparable to the NBA. NBA is, like I said, they're making generational wealth money over there. But I will say, in the higher leagues in Europe, they're definitely making like six figures, six to seven figures. Okay. And it's not taxed either. So if you're from America and you're getting paid that money, the team has to pay for the tax. So you're not actually getting taxed for the money. Yeah. So you can come back, let's say you make $120,000 for a year, you're taking in all that $120,000.
Yeah.
Nobody's getting a piece, 10% of that. Because the team pays for the tax.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're spending it's almost 4 years in Europe, right?
This last year was my first year.
The first year.
And then I was in Australia.
Australia for 3 years.
For 3 years. Yeah.
For 3 years, okay.
Yeah.
Do you have any American friends that you would meet? They're from here, you'd hang out with?
From here?
No, when you're
over there.
Yeah.
Well, my teammates, you get some teammates that are from America.
Yeah.
So I've been able to create a lot of friendships, a lot of relationships with different people from New York, from San Diego, from Colorado, from Texas.
Yeah.
That you're happy to at least have somebody that can relate to you.
Yeah.
Everybody else is from the country on your team.
Yeah.
And there's only like one or two people from America.
Yeah.
That's going to be on your team.
Yeah.
Everybody else, they're speaking a different language.
Yeah.
Even though there are some players that know English.
Yeah.
But why when half the team is local?
Yeah.
Why would I speak English a lot? So a lot of the times you could be in a room with your teammates, right?
Yeah.
And they're speaking nothing but their language.
Yeah.
So you just sitting there like.
That's why I see you were able to adjust when we came in for the podcast. We were just speaking Swahili and just hanging out. You know what I mean?
Chilling, because I'm so used to being around different people talking their language.
Their language, okay.
So it's a lot easier for me to kind of like, I wish I know what you're talking about.
Now we sorry V. I just want to know, how big is Spain in basketball? Because they are big in football, in soccer. And Barcelona and Real Madrid, they also have basketball teams. So how big is Spain as a country in terms of basketball?
How big is
Spain?
Did you play in Spain though?
No. I just want to know because they are big in soccer.
Yeah.
And their soccer clubs, the biggest soccer clubs in Spain, they have basketball teams too. Barcelona and Real Madrid.
Teams, yeah.
So how big is it, and would you consider moving there? How big is it?
In Europe, there's so many different leagues. So
the Euro League.
You got all that stuff. So it really matters what kind of league you are. Any of the top leagues, you're gonna have a lot of people supporting it.
Yeah.
But I just think in Europe, soccer's just big, man.
Their lifestyle, huh?
Yeah, soccer is just. Everybody loves soccer
in Europe.
Yeah.
When they say football, they get mad when you say soccer.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
American. All right, football, man. All right, man. So, but compared to soccer, I wouldn't say the biggest leagues are comparable to soccer.
Yeah.
It's like a little bit below.
Yeah.
Like as far as like the popularity.
Yeah.
So
I think also based on coming from the college out here, the facility, you can tell, facility can be able to host almost 16,000. So how is it for the facilities over there? How is it?
Hey man, Hey, man, shout out Jared, shout out Tayshawn, man, because you guys know what we had to go through with Lithuania, man, where we were at, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it depends on
Yeah.
the club or the team that you end up on.
Yeah.
So me and my friend Mike was just talking about this the other day. You never know what kind of circumstance you're going to get in Europe.
Yeah.
You could be with a great team, great organization, with great facilities, with
Yeah.
everything that you need to be successful.
Yeah.
Or you can be with the worst team, with the worst sort of like gym stuff.
Or resources,
like,
yeah.
It just depends on the team's money.
Yeah.
Pretty much. So
Yeah.
and that also depends on the sponsorship, which also depends on what league they're in.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of different factors that play a role into it. So
Yeah.
you can go from 1 year, you can be on the team, and it also depends on the league as well.
Yeah.
So if you're on the top league, you're probably more than likely going to get the facilities that you see here in America.
Yeah.
You see, all over like that we're used to.
Yeah.
But in some countries, in some cases,
Yeah.
they still got the same buildings they had in the 1900s.
Ooh.
In the 1900s.
Oh, sorry. I want to challenge you now. No, you're now a pro. You need to be making money like you would be making in the NBA. You are now in Europe.
Yeah.
And I know your aspiration is to play in the Olympics one day.
Yeah.
So if challenged or if approached to play for an European country and they give you that hella money that you could have made in NBA, would you make the switch?
To play for the Olympic team? Or?
No, it's just trying to tell you, would you change your citizenship for a different country?
Yeah, to make that hella money. To make the moolah, bro.
USA. They crazy, man. Wow. I'm USA, man. USA.
I'm making you being close to Elon Musk.
Elon Musk?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Nah,
Being
he
close to
said
him in terms of money.
he's patriotic, bro. He said he keep it on hand. Well, hey, did you by any chance, now you're professional, but we know like things are a little bit different compared to here. You know, here in the US, there's always a way whereby if things don't work according to the contract, there's also a lawsuit. You know what I mean? But in Europe, it's different. They have different cases. Did you at some point reach to a point whereby your money is not coming in? It's end month, yo. I ain't getting my money right.
Wow.
Yeah.
He's asking a great question. Man, what?
Yeah.
There's so many different scenarios, not just with me personally experiencing it, but also my teammates experiencing it. There's a lot of people overseas playing professionally that sometimes they don't see their check till maybe 2, 3, 4 months into the season.
Wow.
So how it works is some players get, every contract is different, but mostly in Europe, you only get paid one time, once per month. Here in America, we're used to maybe getting paid, per week, or
bi-weekly,
every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
That once a month is kind of crazy. You
Yeah.
got 30 days for your check to come through.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Yeah.
when I first got, I said, what?
Yeah.
What? Wait, I get paid one time a month? Hold on,
Yeah,
what
yeah.
you talking about? I was tripping, man.
Yeah.
But the thing is, though, it's like sometimes they got so many different, because how it works is it's a wire transfer.
Yeah.
So there's all these different inputs you got to put. Like with my bank, it's they doing some crazy stuff. But wire transfers take a certain amount of days to go through.
Yeah.
The bank has to review it, whatever.
Yeah. But
then you're changing currencies as well.
Yeah.
So they're paying you in U.S. dollars most of the time, which, at this point, you probably want it to be a euro dollar.
Yeah.
Because the U.S. dollar is worse than the euro dollar now.
Yeah.
But most of the time, you're getting paid USD. But, man, there were times over this last 6 months.
Yeah.
I'm looking at my watch and I'm checking my bank account.
Nothing is checking.
And money hasn't moved.
Yeah.
So I got questions out there.
Yeah.
But eventually, like sometimes it's slow, but there are scenarios where there have been players that have not gotten paid from the team. So you got to do your homework. You got to ask around. You got to talk to old players and all these different things. How's the organization?
Yeah.
Do they pay on time?
Yeah.
Also it's good to really network that way.
Yeah.
Which is why I like networking with a lot of my teammates, just because you never know where people are going to end up at.
Yeah.
And so the crazy thing is, one of my teammates that I just played in Lithuania, he's actually going to be on the same team that one of my friends, Mike, was on in Australia last year.
Wow.
So Mike was able to give him free game on, the coach, on the atmosphere, on, the people there, just give him free game that he probably would have never gotten if we didn't meet.
Yeah.
So he's able to learn and understand like kind of go into it like with a safer peace of mind because he had a conversation with somebody that was there before him.
So do they also provide accommodation, or depending on your contract, you have to pay for your rent?
So accommodation, you don't gotta pay. You don't gotta worry about rent. Car. They'll get you a car. In some cases, food. You don't have to worry about food. I think me and AMAC was on the phone probably when I was in Australia. I showed them the house that I was staying at, the crib. It was nice. So they set you up nice, like in some cases, but in other cases, they can set you up really bad. Really be bad. So you got to do your homework.
Okay. Emma, do you have any question for him? Have the mic. Give him the mic.
So I got a trivia for you. Best six. So I'm gonna give you a random name, and then you're gonna.
Here's a trivia for you.
Said.
Here's a trivia for you.
It's trivia.
Yeah. So I'm gonna give you a name, and then you're gonna name them. Do your thing. So, Luka
Doncic.
Mm-hmm. What position are you gonna give him? 1 to 6.
Oh.
Trying to rate him. Yeah. Trying to
I see.
see the rating.
Top 6. Yeah.
Rank him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he number one.
Number one.
LeBron.
Oh yeah, my guy, Jay Morant.
John Morant.
Wow.
Dang, I'm gonna have to put him.
Grizzlies.
I'll put him at 4.
Oh yeah, Jason Tatum.
Jason Tatum.
Yeah.
Ooh-wee. Yeah, I'll put him at 3.
Luka's
still number 1. Yeah.
Oh yeah. And then KD.
Ooh, dang. Sorry, KD. He's 5.
And then Steph Curry.
Ooh, he's 2. Nah,
2.
Steph Curry 1.
Yeah.
Luka Doncic 2. I'm sorry.
2. Okay.
Yeah, Steph Curry.
James Harden.
James Harden. Yeah, he's 6.
6.
LeBron, bro. LeBron.
No, we're gonna know. Nah.
It's a
I'm a LeBron fan. Come on.
Okay, LeBron.
Yeah, I'm a LeBron fan. Don't mess me up. I'm a LeBron fan.
I already got 6, man.
Yeah, got 6. It's already filled up, bro.
Mention all of them.
So V, I think before we almost summarize this, I want to just ask you the last question for me. I think probably, how did your parents take this? You're going to Europe, you're still a kid to them, you know what I mean? But they're also scared, like, you're going to Europe, you're an American, you know what I mean? You don't know what you're facing. How did your parents look at it? What was the reception?
Yeah, I mean, they obviously are gonna be concerned.
Yeah.
Because I'm across the world.
Yeah.
I think any parent would be concerned for their child, especially going into a situation where you're not really knowing what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
And where I was at just recently,
I
was probably the only dark-skinned person in the town.
Yeah.
I was the only one.
I
remember I went to the mall, and I was in the mall for 2 hours, and I still didn't see not one other person.
Yeah.
One other brother.
Yeah.
So for them, they have faith in God as well.
Yeah.
They trust that God is going to be protecting me wherever I go.
Yeah.
And that keep all the negative and all the bad stuff away from me.
Yeah.
And they understand that I don't be doing much anyway.
Yeah. Yeah.
I do what I'm supposed to do.
Yeah.
I handle my business.
Stay out of trouble.
I'm not a troublemaker. I've never been that. So I'm gonna make sure that they know why I'm here. I'm here to keep chasing my dream, and they understand that's what's always been important to me.
Have they ever been abroad? Have you ever?
Nah. I don't think my mom would be able to handle that flight, man.
Yeah.
She like being at home, man.
Yeah.
As long as she knows I'm good, I think she'll be all right.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Now let me ask you: one day basketball gonna end because it's a long span career. So what legacy would you wanna leave as a basketball player, and what are the plans of the basketball?
I think as far as legacy goes, I probably just want to leave a way that when somebody looks at my story and looks at everything that I had to go through in order to get to where I gotten to, it's more of a kind of a testimony for other kids to look at and be like, I can do it too. Yeah. And also, be kind of a guide for kids to maybe not take the same route that I took, but use my route to make your route shorter, shorter,
better, shorter. Yep.
So it's always you always want to save time because that's the one thing we can't get back. It's
time.
So that would be the most important legacy I would want to leave is for somebody to, look at my story and be able to use it as fuel or use it as a guide to get to where they're supposed to go. And then as far as what I want to do after basketball, that is still to be decided. I think it's going to be something that I really have to be passionate about. And it's going to be difficult to find something that I'm passionate about as much as basketball. Yeah. But I think that's the journey that I kind of have to go through in order to figure that out. And so, we'll figure it out. We're not there yet, but maybe it might be coaching. It might be could be podcasting.
That's a lot of experience right there.
Hey man, first time, man. I kind of like the vibe.
Appreciate it, bro.
If you were to go back in time, what should you tell your younger self, maybe to change your career path or your trajectory?
Man, if I can go back in time and talk to my younger self, I would say the work you're putting in isn't the work. You need to be putting in more work. I thought I was doing work, but then I realized, in order to get to that NBA level, in order to get to these heights that all these guys that I looked up to got to, they put in an insanely amount of work that I could have put in, but I didn't know that I needed to. Yeah. Because nobody was there telling me that I needed to do it. Yeah. So, like, if somebody were to come up to me and say, you need to be training 3 times a day, twice a day, to get to your goal. Yeah. Oh, no questions asked. I would have did it. I would have been the first one doing it. Yeah. But the fact that I didn't have that information, nobody told me. My parents didn't know. Yeah. My coaches, they just wanted me to, be the best thing that I can be. Yeah. But as far as NBA, you have to put in way more insanely amount of work than what I thought you had to.
You know what, V? Don't be hard on yourself. What happened to you was that injuries slowed your path, but you are on the right path. Yeah. But somehow your injury in your senior year, it maybe slowed down your path, but you are in the right direction. Yes, so don't be hard on you. Yeah. I think you're just okay, but maybe nature that just happened. Nature took its own course. Yeah, Freddy?
I like your positivity, man. I like your humbleness, and I don't think there's any other person that I would like to interview than you. Yeah. So big up yourself, man. And also, I've learned something from today too. You know what I mean? Most of our fans, majority of our fans, they like soccer. So I want to be in a position whereby somebody would understand what position you play. And I don't like people to compare themselves with other people. Yeah. But just give us a brief, like, if you see this player, the way he plays, that's me. Who would you say? Because now you said about YouTube, you don't have YouTube. So
and don't say Kobe. Don't say Kobe.
Don't say Kobe yet. Who would you say? Like, the way that guy plays, that's almost just a little bit.
Sheesh, man. I don't even know. Man.
Yeah.
I've taken my game, sort of, and I've put in so many different.
Can I answer that? Can I answer this for him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's get research.
Yeah. From what I seen.
Yeah.
Kobe, I'll say Kobe.
Kobe.
I seen it, but
apart from Kobe, bro.
It's VT 24 for a reason.
Respect. You don't say. Humility, bro.
For the first time ever, Rich has spoken on this pod. For the first time ever. Ladies and gentlemen, that's Rich voice.
Amen.
Yeah.
Shout out Rich Drip.
Yeah.
So when I see you, I see Kobe, man. Big up yourself. And you still got that mentality of a Mamba mentality, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Because even after having a concussion, we've had players that actually were told, don't play again. You're done, you know what I mean? Yeah. But just having that positive mindset whereby you still ended up even going to Europe despite that. I mean, we give you credit, man. No, big up yourself, man.
Like I said, man, it's all about not giving up on your dreams, man.
Yeah.
And I realized that, even through the negative times, like we're all gonna go through our downs.
Yeah.
But those are all preparations for our ups. So you know, I feel like all the downs that I've had prepared me for the next level of my life. And so, I just keep having the mentality: don't quit, and you'll get to wherever you need to go.
So you know what I'm gonna say? My take home from this podcast is that don't never give up. If you don't make it to the NBA or to the top level, there's always another option.
Always another route.
Like for you, it was the Europe leagues.
Yes,
At least you're still playing basketball. That was your passion, number one passion.
Yeah.
That has given you free college education.
Yeah.
You're still earning off basketball.
Yeah.
Even if not in the NBA, but in the top leagues in Europe.
Yeah.
So to any other budding player, any other aspiring player, if you don't make it to the NBA or to the D1 colleges, you still have another route.
Yep.
Yeah. Now we are Kenyans.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna teach you some Kenyan language.
Yeah.
Are you ready for it? Yeah. So in Kenya, we say asante.
Asante.
To mean thank you. Yes. And we say karibu to mean welcome. Karibu. Karibu to mean welcome. Then asante to mean thank you. Then we say
Asante, karibu.
Then we say mdenge. Mdenge. To mean a beautiful chick. That's it. Mdenge.
I'll be saying it.
Yeah, so we know you said you're humble, you said you like to align yourself with somebody that actually can see your vision. Yeah. So if you have our sisters, you know what I mean, that are here based in the US and they're still single, our brother is still looking out here. We got that international love right here, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Still on the radar. Keep your eyes open.
Yeah. So first, I want to give thanks and praise the Most High for the gift of life. Give us an opportunity to be able to interview you.
Yes.
And also for my intake, we also want to give credit to your parents as well. Because, some parents would say, Europe, hey, you're a black man. You're stepping on that land, you know what I mean? So just, giving that opportunity to chase your dream and also letting you, some parents will tell you to be a doctor. Yeah. Some parents will tell you to be a lawyer, you know what I mean? But just letting you live your life and also create your own path and follow your dreams. So big up to mom and dad, you know what I mean?
Shout out mom and dad.
Yeah.
At least for you have a fallback plan.
Yeah.
What did you pursue in college? What did you pursue?
So sport management. That's what I got my degree in. So that's like, I felt like, for me, sports is always going to be around. Sports is obviously been my passion.
Yeah.
Since I was a kid.
Yeah.
So this is maybe the business side of sports, like, you could be an athletic director, you could be a GM, you could be an agent, you could be a coach.
Wow.
Like, there's a lot of different avenues that I could take.
Yeah.
It's just finding the right one that fits me.
Yeah.
So that's going to be something that I have to figure out over the next couple years. But, until then, I'm going to keep putting that ball in the hole, see how far I can take it.
Who knows? You might be that agent that responds.
Hey, I wouldn't be ghosting people.
You wouldn't be ghosting people. Yeah.
Doing that.
Yeah.
So the same way you like Kendrick Lamar? Or you like
Lil Wayne. Based on that Super Bowl,
I like. How did you guys feel about the halftime show? You guys like it?
They liked it.
For me, I did because I could. For me, I did because I could decode the concept of the whole performance.
Okay.
Yeah. So in Kenya, our biggest artist in Kenya is called Prince Inda. Yeah, say Prince Inda.
Prince Inda.
Mavo, do you agree?
I would not agree on that. No. I would just say, for cultural exchange, I would just say when you get a chance, on YouTube, check out somebody called Calligraph Jones.
Okay.
I think you can relate to that a little bit.
You guys gonna have to type that.
Yeah.
Type that out.
Yeah. But now, unless you have any other questions, my guy.
I'm good, my G.
So
I'm good.
We say this is called WAdas Podcast. So what we say is tujiachilie. Pretty much what it means is,
free yourself.
Free yourself. Yeah, free yourself. So now I want to be in a position whereby you can be able to say that tujiachilie. So we'll just say wadas and you say tujiachilie. You got it?
We'll try it.
Come on.
Yeah, you go. All right. Yes. Look at this camera right here. Yes. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, that was WAdas Podcast. WAdas Podcast.
Tujiachilie.
Hold on. He says it. Hold on. We gotta do it better, man. All right. WAdas Podcast.
Tujiachilie.
Boom. Till next time.